The Honda CR-V remains one of America's top-selling compact SUVs. Perhaps adding a hybrid to the lineup will make those sales even hotter. And no, this is not going to match the rest of the B-roll. We got a gray one. What are you going to do?
This is Honda's first swing at a hybrid CR-V, and they smartly started from a strong foundation. Engineered around the same powertrain we love in the Accord hybrid, the CR-V hybrid combines a 2-liter Atkinson cycle 4-cylinder engine, an electric starter generator motor, and a dedicated electric propulsion motor. In total, there's 212 system horsepower to exploit. All right, this is a first drive video. Let's see how the electrified CR-V drives.
The first big test for any hybrid starts right off the line as you take your foot off the brake and start to put the accelerator on. We pull away with just electric power, and then as we push a little further, the gasoline engine kicks in. That is a very seamless blend of gasoline power and electric propulsion. Impressive. Seriously, you can hear it, but you can't really feel it when the gasoline engine kicks in. On paper, the output between the electric motors and the gasoline engine looks pretty impressive. Let's floor it and see what happens. Okay. I'm not overwhelmed with power, but that's certainly enough to get up to speed on the freeway. Just for funsies, let's come to a complete stop and try off-the-line acceleration. 3, 2, 1, go. Good torque off the line thanks to the electric motors. Gasoline engine kicks in. Solid pull. If you pulled out in front of traffic, yeah, you'd probably be able to get out of the way before they plowed into you. Nifty. How about if you're already moving and you want to pass slower traffic? So I'm cruising along at 50 miles an hour, accelerator floored, some movement, but it takes a little while for the gasoline engine to come up to speed and for that acceleration to really kick in. Certainly adequate for most people's needs, but I don't think this is a power monster, though it is very, very smooth with its power delivery. The hybrid powertrain's smooth essence extends to the brakes, which is always really tricky in a hybrid because you've got regenerative braking and friction braking blending, and doing that in a way that doesn't make the pedal feel weird is really, really hard. Let's see if I can bring the CR-V hybrid to a smooth, elegant stop. Braking, the pedal feels quite normal. Coming over to the side here. Oh, the critical last few feet. Smooth. Oh my, that was really good for a hybrid. There's a dog barking at me. Moving on.
Standard on all CR-V hybrids is all-wheel drive that uses a drive shaft to send power mechanically to the rear differential, unlike the Toyota RAV4's electric rear motor setup. It's a technical distinction that few CR-V buyers will notice or care about. But just to verify the CR-V hybrid's all-wheel drive prowess, how about we drive a few laps on the dirt around these barrels? Nope. It's a lot of understeer, but actually, you know, I feel like if I ease off just a little bit, it makes it around more ably. I don't know how much I learned there, but that was kind of a good time. To customize the CR-V hybrid's driving behavior, there are a few different modes to choose from.
If you just drive the thing, that's normal mode, and it feels pretty great. There's a sport mode. That means the gauge cluster turns a little bit red, and the gasoline engine's more ready to leap in to give zippier acceleration. There's also econ mode, which makes everything more boring. Let's accelerate in econ. Oh, man. Never mind that. And then there's also an EV mode that allows the CR-V hybrid to travel up to a mile at very slow speeds under pure electric power. Let's see if I can give that a go. EV button pushed, EV mode on. Look, I'm saving the planet at 11 miles per hour. You're welcome. Enough of that. Another distinguishing feature of the CR-V hybrid are these paddles here on the steering wheel. If you pull the left one, that increases the regenerative braking. Yeah, look at me turning all that kinetic energy back into electrons. Sick. And then if you pull the right one, that makes it more mellow so you can have more of a coasting feel.
Right now you're probably wondering, what does all this dual motor hybrid tech yield in terms of fuel economy? The answer is 40 mpg in the city and 35 mpg on the highway. For those paying attention, that's lower than the EPA ratings for hybridized versions of the Toyota RAV4 and Ford Escape. How all those numbers translate to the real world depends on a variety of factors, but the folks at Honda seem very confident that the CR-V can truly deliver its stated economy. Moving on.
Die-hard CR-V files might be wondering what features and visual cues separate the hybrid from the gasoline version. To answer that question, here's a highly informed voiceover.
To quickly identify the CR-V hybrid, please note its blue Honda badges, its slightly revised rear fascia with hidden exhaust, and on EX trims and higher, these 5 LED fog lights. Inside you'll find a hybrid-specific gauge cluster and Honda's now familiar push-button gear selector that does not come on the petrol CR-V. Given the lack of engine noise at low speeds, the hybrid also alerts pedestrians with a distinct noise that sounds like this. It looks like we're CR-Ving in the key of B.
If you pay attention, there are cues that hint to the CR-V hybrid's electrified nature, but in total, the real story is the lack of a story. It just feels like driving a CR-V that happens to be more efficient.
On that note, the hybrid shares the gasoline CR-V's fundamental strengths, including an ample cargo hold with a conveniently low load floor, outstanding passenger space, and a new, more functional center storage bin. Ooh, look at that baby slide and flip.
In addition to all that praise, I do have a few nitpicks about the CR-V. The steering wheel doesn't come down far enough for a properly comfortable driving position. The armrest has this hard edge that I dislike, and the infotainment system is looking a little bit stale. But none of that's hybrid specific. That affects the entire CR-V lineup. Maybe next refresh we'll get those sorted.
With those minor quibbles aside, let's talk price. Slightly undercutting the base prices for both the Escape and RAV4 hybrids, a base CR-V hybrid LX trim can be yours for $28,870, including destination charges. That's only $1,200 more than an all-wheel drive LX gas model. Based on that price, even with fluctuating fuel prices, it won't be hard to recoup the hybrid's premium with fuel savings over an average ownership period. FYI, all CR-V hybrids include automatic air conditioning, smart key access, and the Honda Sensing suite of driver assists like lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, and automatic emergency braking. You know, the crew here at Kelley Blue Book has long loved the Honda CR-V. In fact, it's been a Kelley Blue Book Best Buy many years in a row because of its easy and predictable driving nature, spacious passenger cabin, and superior resale values.
All those qualities are here, merely accompanied by a highly competent, reasonably priced hybrid powertrain. To me, that is a recipe for more sales hotness. Cue the fire emoji.